Can you just do an intro that isn't awkward? Probably not. Here's a secret. Drawer boxes do not have to be difficult. Let's just make a drawer box that you can use today, for Pete's sake. I just want to put my doodads, whatnots, thingamajigs in the drawer box. What should I call these? Not fancy drawer boxes? Drawer boxes so simple a baby could build? We're going to try to utilize tools that most people have. I think if they're getting into woodworking, you got a table saw? Miter saw? Hand saw? No, not a hand saw. Do you have to make everything so awkward? I probably do. Okay, let's get to work.
Well, here we are, and here you are, more importantly, and you're getting advice from a guy in a Matt Foley t-shirt, so buyer beware here. Starting out by prepping some material for the sides and the fronts and the backs of these drawers. This is just 4-inch wide strips out of 1/2-inch birch plywood. You could go 3/4 of an inch, but I don't think it's needed for these simple utilitarian drawers. Moving on, we are ripping material now for drawer bottoms. The dimension I'm ripping is at 20 inches out of 1/4-inch birch ply. Your dimensions are going to be probably different. This is just for the sake of this build to show for demonstration purposes. Phew, that is all done. Let's go ahead and take some things off. Hey, this is a family show. Just your safety gear, leave everything else on. Dust yourself off. I think we're ready to go now to the next step. Let's move along.
All right, we cut the parts and pieces to our simple drawer. We have 4 pieces here that are right now they're all the same exact length and width. I went ahead and made these all 4 inches. You can make them; it's arbitrary. Doesn't really matter of what size you make these. You just want whatever depth you want. Now, I basically cut this panel to the size bottom that I want. Don't we all want a nice size bottom? A small bottom? Large bottom? I don't care what you're into, it doesn't really matter. We cut the bottom. Now the measurements of these sides are going to be actually dictated by the drawer bottom. So we're going to take our measurements directly out from here. We don't have to use a tape measure if we don't want to. I love things that are no math. I know. I love math as much as the next person. But if we can avoid it, why not avoid it? I don't want to do math today. I just want to make drawers. Can we just make drawers? That's what I want to do.
Okay, let's get the material dimension now for the drawer sides. I said no math, I meant no math. We're going to start with the side. We're going to line it up flush with the front or the back. How's that look, Tiny Willie Nelson? Pretty good. Make your mark right at the back. Make a little tick mark too, just to indicate what side to cut that on. We're going to take that freshly marked side piece to the miter saw station and make our cuts. Go ahead and cut 2 of these because they're going to be identical. Let that blade come to a complete stop. You'll get a nicer cut. I promise you. Back at the assembly table, we're going to take those 2 side pieces and line them up flush with each side. This is going to give us our measurement for the back and the front. Make sure they're flush. Make sure it looks good. Now go ahead and line it up nice and perfect. Sticking with this no math approach, I'm going to go ahead and line up my drawer front flush with the right side of my drawer side, and I'm going to make a mark on the inside of my left side. Make a little tick mark, and now you have the measurement from inside to inside. I'm going to be using Titebond 3 Ultimate Wood Glue, not sponsored. They clearly don't need me to sell their glue. And I got my safety glasses on because I'm going to be using these staples. These are 7/8" staples. Great holding power. This is what makes things so simple. What'd you say, Tiny Willie Nelson?
Are we gonna build this or what?
Yeah, I'm getting to it. Tiny Willie Nelson, give me some time. We got this. Let's get these pieces prepped for assembly. Clean off the bug guts if you happen to have a loose bug. I don't know what's happening here. Come on. Okay. Staples, like I said, we're going to use staples. I'm using 7/8" staples with my air stapler. Run a nice little bead of glue all the way down this using Titebond 3, and why not use your finger? I mean, now you got it everywhere. Good grief. Okay, can you at least pretend to be a real woodworker? There you go. Wipe it on your table saw. And this is where the rubber meets the road, so to speak. I think that's a saying. I don't know. If you've cut your drawer bottom nice and square, we're going to use that as a template to line up our sides. Get everything nice and flushed up and run some staples into it. The staples combined with the glue provide awesome holding power, and if you choose to add screws later, that will make it even more sturdy. Now, dust off your hands like you've done something special. Hold on there, buckaroo. You still have the rest of the drawer to build. Let's start on the other side. Same exact process as the other side. The glue, the finger smush, and then followed by staples. Line it up nice and flush again because that's going to be keeping everything true and square. And voila, side 1 and side 2. Time to start the front and the back. You've already cut the front and the back the exact same measurements. They are going to run inside to inside. Let's get some glue applied and stick these in like so. Just a nice even bead of glue here is all you need. Combined with your staples, or if you choose to use screws later for reinforcement, that's all you need for this style of drawer. Orientation matters on this drawer build. The reason we have the drawer front and the drawer back inside of the sides is because when you staple or nail or screw through the sides, you're getting a lot more holding power. You flip it over to secure the bottom all the way across the front, just like you did the sides. Rinse and repeat. Second verse, same as the first. Whatever saying you want to say, go ahead and throw it in there. We're going to do the back the same as we did the front, securing everything down exactly the same with glue and staples.
So that's it. My very first YouTube video in the books. If you were to check with the Bureau of Investigations, they'd probably tell you this was an open and shut case on how to build a simple drawer. That's bad. It's a bad pun. It's A for effort.